I've created thousands of hours of richly informative shows.
Oh, I think this is glorious.
We've amassed quite a library. I wondered, what could we do with all of these tapes? I soon realized that the very best solution was to give these tapes to my daughter Alexis.
Is Mom wearing mom jeans?
And her friend Jennifer.
Martha, that's like the worst thing ever!
To see what they can come up with.
Do you think your mom's gonna be mad at us?
I hope so. We're gonna learn how to load a dishwasher properly.
Oh.
But everyone has their own point of view.
This is something I've learned. I'm not sure. Why are you laughing at me?
Because I'm sure that you totally do it incorrectly.
I do not, but I've had two kinds of dishwashers.
Okay.
I've had a fancy 2-drawer dishwasher.
Those are too small.
I hated it. And I have a standard, run-of-the-mill, either it's KitchenAid or GE, and it's phenomenal.
I have 2 dishwashers.
2 dishwashers for one.
But when you have a party...
Spoiled.
When you have a party...
How often do you have a party?
Once every 3 years?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like your mother has a science or a perfect way to do everything.
Well, it may not, in fact, be the perfect way.
Oh.
But according to Martha, it is.
According to Martha.
You might think that loading a dishwasher is a fait accompli, but...
Do you think it's a fait accompli?
A fait accompli?
Yeah, an easily done job. It's already accomplished.
It doesn't make any sense.
No.
I'd just like to run through Dishwasher 101 because...
After Dishwasher 101, do you think there's 201, 301? Is there a master
I mean, there
class?
might be, because there might be the giant, how do you load a Hobart industrial dishwasher? You know, did you ever work at school where you had to push the dishes through the giant washer?
Because...
I never had to do that. You worked in school?
I got on the committee that told people how to do their jobs.
Of course you did.
Mixing bowls like this, stainless steel, glass, yes. Dishwasher clean is excellent. Always load them in upside down.
Of course you
Duh.
are.
I like it when the bowl is right side up, because then when everything's
Fills
done
all the
washing,
water.
there's dirty water in there, and everything has to be rewashed.
Strainers like this, graters like that, they clean wonderfully.
No, no.
The grater?
The grater, absolutely not.
Run it under the hot water before you put it in the dishwasher.
Because you think it dulls it?
I think it dulls it. That's ridiculous.
Teflon lined or non-stick lined pans wash beautifully in the dishwasher.
She's going through every appliance right now.
I'm gonna throw
telling
up.
us what to put in the dishwasher.
A wooden handled spatula or wooden handled tools, no.
No.
No. No.
Like this, just don't put wood handles in a dishwasher. And here's something else that should never go into a dishwasher. These are so beautifully made, and the joinery just won't withstand the rigors of a dishwasher.
Yeah, stop putting that fancy knife I gave you in the dishwasher.
Oh, she's so difficult.
Martha is difficult.
You are difficult.
Rubber scrapers, never.
I do it
Really?
always.
Sounds like yes, no, yes, no. We'll have a list of what's good and what's bad in a dishwasher on the website, so don't worry. Wooden boards like this, never.
I wouldn't put a wooden board on.
I wouldn't own that wooden board.
If they'll fit in your dishwasher, it's a good idea.
My dishwasher never looks that good.
Mine does.
Of course it does.
Never in a dishwasher. You work so hard to get that.
Is she married in this picture?
Let me see.
Any longer. And another thing, I wouldn't
She
dream
has a
of
ring
putting
on.
in a dishwasher.
Why is she pretending she's married today?
I don't know.
Look what happened. I bought these plates recently at a consignment shop, and several of the plates had been washed a lot, I think, in the dishwasher. The same pattern, now non-existent on this plate.
These aren't the same plates.
They are. I can see the ring around.
Why isn't there anything left in the middle?
Because of the dishwasher.
Here's our dishwasher, all loaded, so we can go through it step by step.
Again?
Again?
Didn't we do this already?
Now notice, everything's separate.
Yes, of course it is. Everything looks perfectly clean as well, by the way.
Yeah.
The domestic machines have these effective baskets.
Domestic machines?
As opposed to the international
That's
ones.
oh, I see. I thought she meant domestic as in the home.
No, I think she means...
Every other one.
I don't know what she
No,
means.
you're right, you're right.
Did you hear that? I'm right.
I admit when I'm not right.
But not when I am.
And don't let the stainless steel touch your silverware, because if they touch the silver...
She's got a lot of rules. Isn't a dishwasher... Isn't
To
the
make your
very,
life easier.
The very reason to have a dishwasher is to make washing dishes
Well,
more
Martha would
simple.
say that loading it properly is just as easy as loading it improperly.
Times, never, ever, no matter what the age of the knife, if you have a silver handle and a steel blade,
You never put it in.
don't put those in the
They'll
dishwasher.
separate.
Okay, oh.
I used to get in a lot of trouble when I tried to sneak those in the dishwasher.
Blade to the handle. It's important to look at your own dishwasher. Notice
Get to know your dishwasher.
Yes.
Love your
Examine
dishwasher.
your dishwasher.
Take care of your dishwasher. If you take care of your dishwasher,
your dishwasher
will take care of you.
So here it is. It's 1, 2, 3, dishwashing 101.
All I could say is, let's just avoid this whole thing and order in a pizza.
Right. It's not very wasteful.
Right.
We don't need plates.
And pizza tastes so good.
Right. And there's nothing to wash.
That's right.
No, he's bringing it up again. This is the second twist, and watch. He's gonna.
It's like a sporting event. He's rounding the side of his head.
There he goes.
And now
down.
It's coming down and up and around. Do you think he's going to make it? Do you think he's going to get around the whole head? Have you ever made a turban?
You're just going to go right to the point? No, I never have, but I look great in hats. And
I
I've never
know.
worn a turban.
Oh, really?
Oddly enough.
Oddly enough. I wear a turban as a towel out of the shower, but I
Sure.
believe...
That's different.
Yeah.
That just looks like a turban.
Right. I think there's a method to how to do a turban. And,
They don't just buy them and put them on?
yeah, well, no, they don't. This is what's remarkable about your mother.
Yeah.
There's nothing that she doesn't want to learn and that she doesn't investigate. For instance...
better or for worse?
Yeah, for instance, how to tie a turban.
It's customary for Sikh men and sometimes Orthodox Sikh women to wear a turban on their heads.
Did they say Sikh or chic?
Ethnicgrocer.com, and he's
I like his pink turban.
Pavanjit Singh to show us how to dress in this traditional headwear.
Maybe people all across the country are going to start wearing turbans.
I hear that the fall cover of Vogue is going to be turbans.
I would have to have a sequins turban if I was
course you
going to...
would.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit more porous, so.
Well, I thought we'd have your friend show us how he ties his turban on his head, and then
How do they hear when the turban covers his ears?
Fantastic.
do it. But you've rolled your fabric in a special way,
All right.
and then you hold it in your mouth.
What?
And he's going to bring it around his head.
Freaks me out that someone has to put it in his
And the
mouth.
key is to really get the
to do
first
it.
flip right. See, he's going to start turning
What?
it, and you can get clean last finishes by
Now,
just there you go.
Sikh men never cut their hair nor their beard.
Amazon.com is running a special on
And
turbans.
they don't shave.
That's because they can't sell them.
shave. So now he's bringing it up again. This is the second twist, and watch. He's going to.
It's like a sporting event. He's rounding the side of his head.
There he goes, and now down,
It's coming down and
down.
up and around. Do you think he's going to make it? Do you think he's going to get around the whole head?
Same gentle turn again. Building up on one side and bringing it down on the last. This is what.
Okay, I could do this.
Third means just the stretch. And he's going to make this a nice, clean stretch, because this is the last stretch piece
No,
of
I
it.
can't.
There you go. He's putting it
This is
together.
asking a lot.
And we're going to mess up our fabulous hairdos. You know how much hairspray is in my hair?
And really tuck them. There you go. Remember the first turn that he
Yes.
did? He pulled it out, and he's going to basically open it up and really cover the rest of his hair. So now he's totally camouflaged. I'm just using the term loosely. And we're going to take the last piece that's kind of hanging out, and he's going to turn it around and tuck it in.
Well, the great milliners have nothing on you guys.
Thank you, Pavanjit.
Really, thank you.
My pleasure. Okay,
So
Martha,
now-
shall we try?
I want to.
Martha's going to get wrapped.
Now what we're going to do is going to hold the two ends opposite end, diagonally opposite ends
So
of it.
you're pulling the on the
And
diagonal.
move back a little bit, and we're going to start rolling the other two ends.
You know what's good about this? If you don't want to wear the turban, you could take the fabric and blindfold your lover.
Or tie them up.
And turn around and try a small little knot here. I'm just going to grab it.
It looks like a dance. That moved looks like a dance move. He went like whoosh.
So now I need a little thing to hold my hair back.
We're going to use a small bandana to really station it together. Pavanji, do you want to tie the bandana from behind? So now, Martha, we're going to basically hold this piece in your mouth, right? Quickly.
Look, she has to put it in her mouth.
Around, watch. Bring gently around. This is the first slur.
Turbans vary in shape, color, and size. Some
How do I
turbans
look?
are 50 yards of fabric long, depending on one's
Yours looks really good.
society. Now, who wears
I told you I look good in hats. It's not because you look good in hats, you jerk. It is.
It's not popular. The length of the turban isn't as significant.
You look like Chiquita Banana. Da-da-da-da-da.
That's because the dress with that, I
You
think.
look like the Chiquita Banana lady.
Well, thank you very much, Perry.
You know what?
How's mine
Don't
now?
move. I just need to get something.
How is it?
I don't know how she walked. Hold on.
Are you going to do a Chiquita Banana move?
I'm gonna put some fruit on my head. Wait.
Hold on,
I wish I had a banana. Can you see my fruit?
And here's the undisputed king of mushrooms, which is the porcino, which is...
Porcino?
That looks rather...
Pervy.
Yeah, looks really pervy. I mean, that looks really...
What do you call that?
You call that a penis. So do you think this episode about mushrooms is about psychedelic mushrooms?
See, the problem with those kind of mushrooms is that I eat one bag and then it doesn't work fast enough, so I immediately eat the other bag and then bad things happen.
Yeah, well, I ate a psychedelic mushroom once in college. It was on pizza, and I thought it was...
It was on pizza. It was on food. You have a problem.
I know.
What's the dish called that you're making?
Pugliese mushroom hodgepodge.
Oh, it's not the Mario!
Oh, we're cooking.
It's
Imagine that.
He's a redhead like me, and he likes purple like me.
Yeah. She just whipped together this dish out of nothing.
It looks like Mario Batali totally cleaned up to hang out with your mom. He really wanted to look nice for her.
Too bad it didn't work.
Okay.
Look, Martha's flirting with him, too.
She loves him. He has the best restaurant in New York.
Take these canned San Marzano tomatoes.
Okay, so how many onions? How much?
Well, wait, they're making tomato sauce first. I love tomato sauce.
Me too.
Okay.
Then we take these, and even in the restaurant when we make a large batch, we never ever use a food processor with them.
No, of course not.
With our hands.
You know how many hands are touching our food?
The fancier your food is, the more people have touched it.
He likes this mixture of sweat and tomato.
And we just dump that tomato right in there. Then you bring the whole thing up to a boil, turn it down, and literally simmer it for about 25 minutes.
Yummy. I could eat that right away.
Me too.
Hold on here. You want to taste that one there?
I'll taste this one first.
How is it for salt?
I think it needs a little salt.
Yeah. No,
She loved that she got to criticize, though.
I bet, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mario, but
Those are good tomatoes.
it needs some salt.
Now we're going to make this green olive pesto.
So it's not
Yummy. I like any kind of pesto.
tasted. These are a little bit sour.
Yeah, there's a sourness to them because there's a little bit of vinegar in the brine, but you're going to see when we actually put them on the bread and serve them with the mushrooms that are kind of murky and deep that this brings a brightness to it.
How about the way people talk about food?
I don't like it.
It's going to make it murky
It's going to
and deep
dance on your tongue.
and bring a little brightness.
Yeah, maybe two.
How about is it going to taste good? Because it's all I care
Does it taste good or does it taste like crap?
Onion. I think when I read the recipe, now you're creating here. You're
That's
supposed to
right.
be doing a recipe.
I'm supposed to be
for us.
following my own recipe from my own books.
Look, Mario Batali forgot to use a red onion in his recipe.
And now she's happy to catch the great chef in a mistake.
Well, maybe I'd get to the point and I'd say at the end very much, this is missing a little bit red onion, but maybe I wouldn't. Who would know? So I'm going to put the red onion in there, and then we're going to drizzle in.
Now, Mario is a chef that definitely eats what he makes.
He loves food.
Yeah, he's a foodie.
So that's very simple. And you see the olives, that kind of...
Oh, Martha loved it.
I'm
Did you hear
sure it's
that?
fantastic.
Did you hear your mother?
Yeah, she's yeah.
Mario, I love cooking with you because you are so fast. The recipes are so simple.
And Mario, I love you.
Mario.
Mario, I love you.
Can I have table number 1?
Forever. Do you think if we kiss up to Mario here, we'll get
No.
tables at his restaurants?
Not unless we call and pretend we're Martha.
Now, we're going to take mushrooms, and the whole idea is that use whatever you have. You don't...
Now it's the hodgepodge.
We're just getting to the mushrooms now.
And the simplicity of that technique. Now, we do have a whole mess of beautiful mushrooms here. Those are cremini. Those are oyster mushrooms. These are called hedgehogs. These are called yellowfoot chanterelles. This is a portobello. And here's the undisputed king of mushrooms, which I just got today, which is the porcino, which is...
Porcino?
That looks rather
Pervy.
Yeah, looks really pervy. I mean, that looks really
What do you call
pervy.
that?
You call that a penis.
To mimic the Italian-style cooking, you almost never take anything to a cutting board and chop it up like that. And what we'd really do is...
What are we doing?
We're brushing the penis.
That might feel good with a really soft brush.
You want the forest floor to leave.
Most of it.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not even averse to a tiny bit of forest floor in the dish.
I'm adverse to a little forest floor in the dish.
You
I
know
don't
what
want forest
mushrooms
floor.
grow in? I mean,
Duty.
come on.
They grow in duty. I don't want any duty in my dish.
Builds character, Jennifer.
What book of etiquette says to eat poop and dirt?
This is so beautiful.
You can just smell that. It's...
I like that they're just breaking them instead of slicing them. I bet it changes the taste so that smooth edge isn't so nice.
Really?
Against the palate.
Well, I wonder if the flavor is bright or murky.
Well, I think it's murkier if you tear them.
What we're going to do is just take out that core, break it up into smaller pieces like so.
That looks like it's going to be a compost, ultimately.
So it looks fantastic.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know. Well, I need some cheese.
Believe me, he's going to add something bad.
Right? So yeah, this is
He's going to add some lardo or something.
Wow, it looks so beautiful. Uncooked.
You can tell, yeah, exactly. You can tell already. When you bring simple, beautiful ingredients together.
His fingers are very short and fat. You know what that
You
means.
already know that's going to taste
Does that
good.
mean?
That's all there is to it.
Oh.
It tastes good.
Right, now we
So
put it on
no
the
oil?
heat. Add maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Go ahead.
1.
Yeah, exactly.
2.
Go ahead. In other words,
3.
a cup or 2.
Isn't a tablespoon like and they're like glug, 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 glug.
Now, the chilies we're using are these little hot red chilies like you see in the pizzerias in Italy, and one of the reasons that they like these kind of chilies so much is because there's almost a capricious heat to it.
Again, okay. There you go.
Wait a minute. I need to know what that means.
Whimsical heat.
Whimsical?
Capricious or whimsy.
So it sort of teases you, and you think it's hot, but it's not really?
Yes, it's capricious.
I once had a mistake in a book for a red pepper soup. It should have been, I think, 1/3 of a teaspoon. It was 3 tablespoons.
That's so funny. Oh, my goodness gracious. Somebody I know was making, like, the 21 clove chicken or whatever.
Garlic, yeah.
They thought it was 21. They didn't know what a clove was.
So they did, like, literally
21 heads of garlic.
It's a lot of garlic.
That's funny.
Another 2 sprigs of thyme for good luck.
So we'll wait for this to cook, and then we will proceed with the rest.
What more do we get? What more do we get? Pasta? Do we get some pasta? What?
It's over.
What?
That's it.
But
We
I'm
got nothing.
hungry.
It's over. No pasta for you. None. Maybe soon we'll go to one of Mario's restaurants.
Yummy.
Yeah, that would be good. Sometimes you and I will have these conversations, and one of us will curse, and the dirty looks that we get.
And that, of course, if we get a dirty look, it just gets worse.
Gets worse.
It gets worse, exponentially louder and more horrible.
When you get in the elevator, going to work.
Okay, at work.
We go up 37 floors every day. And I pray when I get in that no one else is in the elevator. Because once there are people in the elevator, there's just a whole new set of...
Well, first of all, for people that don't travel a lot in elevators...
There are rules.
There are rules.
Yes.
Here are the rules. Mind your manners. Stand facing front.
This is what you're supposed to do.
Back up. Let people in.
Yes.
Look down.
However...
We don't do that.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it's really fun to just
mix it up.
Say, to hell with all the rules. And here's what we do in the elevator.
If we're together.
If we're together.
What do we do?
We make
say
fun.
something dirty.
We make fun of innocent bystanders who just want to get on the elevator and go home to their families at the end of a long day. Sometimes...
What do we do?
I engage.
Well, you do engage, which is...
I engage.
That's another rule. Don't engage.
Yeah, someone walks on wearing a funny hat. Undoubtedly.
You say, I love your hat. Where did you get it?
Really neat hat. Where'd you get that? Or something. And then we have to see if someone's going to bite. Because part of the problem is that we work in a creative office. So it's anything goes.
Right.
And the elevator talk.
But nobody else in the building lives in a
No one else in the building has a sense of humor.
Nobody.
So I keep trying to get it out of them. So they come in and they're cotton dockers. And I freak out and start to make trouble. And then sometimes you and I will have these conversations, and one of us will curse, or one of us will say something dirty or irreverent, and the dirty looks that we get.
And that, of course, if we get a dirty look, it just gets worse.
Gets worse.
It gets worse exponentially louder and more horrible. We're horrible because we're total hypocrites. Because we would hate it if someone did that to us.
We are complete hypocrites. So here's the thing. You're supposed to mind your own business.
Bathe.
Definitely bathe.
Face front and look down.
Pass gas in bathrooms only, not in the elevator.
Or outside.
But if all else fails and you can't follow these rules, it's okay. It could be just like us.
Obnoxious. Be sure to catch Whatever with Alexis and Jennifer every day
on Martha Stewart Living, Sirius Satellite Radio's Channel 112. For more information, check out whateverradio.com.